Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I am Khadijah Denise, and you are joining me on the Awkwardly Funny podcast. Woo woo. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. That wasn't really the best idea. But anywho, thank you all for joining me. If you're watching me on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, comment, even if it's just to say you don't like my outfit. I don't care. Just leave a comment. If you're listening to me on the pod, go ahead and look me up on Instagram, YouTube, all of that good stuff. I don't post anything on social. I might post a story every once in a while, but honestly, I'm so over social media and people just be nosy as hell because I'm nosy. I don't really like these people. I just be following them just to talk about them because they be doing too much and they deserve to be talked about. But anywho, I say all that to say, basically, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about today, y'all. But I know it has been a few weeks, and in my defense, it's been crazy. Like, I did tell y'all that I have moved back home with my parents, and they live in like the country. Like, I gotta go 10 minutes to get to Walmart country, like an hour to go to Target country, like that country. So I don't know what's going on with the lights, the internet. Like, at least minimum once a week, the power has been going out. At night, it goes out in the middle of the night, and I know that because I sleep with like 3 fans on, and when they go off, I immediately wake up. So at night, they're going off. Luckily, days that I've been off, they've been going off. Like, it's just been crazy. So I know it's not an excuse, but in my defense, I can't record without no lights, y'all. And I can't upload without internet. But anywho, without further ado, I do want to get into this week's episode. So I've been coming across a lot of things on TikTok, and I do like to watch other people's YouTube channels and socials and stuff like that, just to get ideas for content and things that I would like to talk about and touch on, right? I am so over seeing these relationship people and people who ain't in relationships giving relationship advice. You know how they say, like, people give good advice but they don't follow it? Because I'm tired of it. Like, not even that. I get it. If you went to school for and you're an expert, cool. If you're an expert on relationships in general, whether that be yeah, whether that be relationships, family, kids, things of that nature, cool. Offer your opinion. I'm with it. I'm open to criticism, feedback, whatever. But it's these people out here who just, it's always something that a woman should be doing to be more attractive to a man. I'm literally exhausted. Like, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. I'm exhausted just talking about it. Like, why do we care so much about what men think of us? They don't care about what we think of them. I mean, outside of them trying to show off with money and brag about, but they still don't care what we think about them. They don't care if it's attractive or not. Quick story time. I met this dude or whatever. I always tell y'all, the ones that look good on paper don't be looking good in real life. Well, not like physically, but just the overall package, right? So, good job, tall. I mean, some people might consider him handsome, but the more that he talked, the less attractive he became to me. And he was like very egotistical, chauvinistic. I mean, it was just crazy. I'm sitting there, like, our first conversation, we're on FaceTime, and I'm just like, he can't even read the room. He couldn't even tell that I was so uninterested in this conversation. He just kept talking. He just wanted to hear himself talk. Basically telling me, that black women, they would rather be single parents and let the government be their daddy, instead of having good men in the house, because anybody who's ever worked for social services or the state, if there's a man in the house, more times often than not, you're not going to receive benefits. If you file for food stamps, certain benefits, depending on the state, they will go after you and file child support, and that person doesn't even have to file for you. I mean, you don't have to file on your own behalf, rather. So I get all of that. I can kind of, but it's just rubbed me the wrong way, just because it's like, so you think that women are choosing to struggle, choose to be single parents for a couple $100 in food stamps a month, a couple $100 in child support that these men are barely even paying. Like, be effing for real, bro. Like, be for real. So, as I continue to just sit there, I'm like, okay, we can agree to disagree. And he's like, well, you're an attractive lady. Why aren't you, why are you single? And I told him why. I'm like, I don't have a lot of patience for people, especially men. They want you to do all this struggle love. They want you to wait around them for them to get their shit together and be so patient. And y'all can come for me in the comments, but I'm telling you things that men have told me, that I'm supposed to wait around them until they get their stuff together, and I'm being impatient. I shouldn't move on. So it's not something that I'm making up. People have literally told me this, and I've seen it by actions, right? So we had the discussion, and he was like, well, the government wants black women to be single because when we conquer and divide, it's easier to keep us apart. And black women are easier to conquer than black men. That's why the government wants us to be single. And a lot of women are choosing to be single because that's part of the plan. And this one really got me, y'all. This man told me that black women will soon be replaced by robots. Everything that we're capable of doing will be taken over. Our job roles will be taken over by robots. Okay. All right. The last time I checked, I don't know. I've never heard of a robot giving birth, and things of that nature. So I'm not really sure. Maybe that's something they're working on that I haven't heard of. But you sound crazy as hell, sir. I went to drink a bottle of water. This man was talking about the brand of water that I was drinking, saying that it's chemicals in the water. I'm like, nothing is 100% safe. We can't even breathe in 2023. Do you see these animals out here? The animals are animal. But y'all get what I'm saying? Like the sharks, the whales, the orcas, the dolphins, mountain lions, nature. People out here, the people going crazy, the animals going crazy. Global warming is a real thing. Places in New York. I have a girlfriend in Ohio saying they have what's it? Not an air advisory. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like when there's a lot of chemicals in the air and stuff like that. So please, it's hard to even breathe and be safe. You're telling me about the brand of water. Well, I'm gonna take you to go shopping because meanwhile, sir, it's a lot of things that I could read you on. Like, I really could. But what is that going to benefit me? It's not going to benefit me anything. So needless to say, that was the first and the last conversation that I had with that young fella. And he's blocked. Because no. And I had to tell him before we ended that call, I was like, you come off as very condescending. You come off as very like know-it-all. And you don't know anything. And even when I tried to explain it to him, he was still over-talking me. I'm like, you're not even letting me talk. So I said all to say, men don't care about what we think about them because prime example of this guy that I just met, knew nothing about him. And he left the worst taste in my mouth. Like sour pickles on a hot summer day. I don't know what the hot summer day has to do with anything, but I just feel like it would be worse because it will make my mouth dry. I don't know, y'all. But anywho. So why, as women, do we care so much about how men perceive us? And you should just care about how you are perceived in general, right? Because how you do one thing is how you do anything. You should just want to be your best self for you being your best self. So when you wake up and start your day, you're confident that you're going to be your best self. And if you're not, you are consistently working on being better. Consistently working on growing and just being a great mother if you have kids, a great friend, a great sister, aunt, daughter, just being good to everyone that's in your life. Why does everything that women do has to revolve around I can't even get it out. I can't even get it out, y'all. Why does everything that we have to do have to be so heavily focused on the appeal of men and what they like? and what they consider to be attractive. Because it doesn't, and it should not. You should wear your hair. Now, granted, okay, I'm going to say everything with a grain of salt. Because, yes, do what makes you happy. But also be effing for real, y'all. Because some of y'all be out here wearing some stuff that does not agree with y'all. Like right now, I don't 100% like my curls. My sister is trying to like convince me to grow it out a little bit more. I don't know. She got a few more months and this stuff is going off. I like my bald haircut, right? But some people may say, I like you with longer hair. I like you with curly hair. I like you with your bald cut. Everyone is going to have a different opinion of how they like you. But at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror. To me, I'm the most attractive when I don't have any hair on my head at all. So these curls are kind of like driving me crazy. But I haven't let it grow for a while. I've had my hair cut for 6 years. Yeah. And this is probably the longest it's been since I've let it, like, since I got it cut. So I said all that to say, also know what works for your body. Also know what works for your face. Also, just know what works for you, right? Because when you do that, you will always look your best. And what do I mean by that? It doesn't matter if it's gym wear, sleep wear, business casual, evening wear. If you know what styles work for you, you will always feel your best and always look your best. And something as small as that will help your confidence, and it's going to help you step out better into this world. Who gives a damn about what a man want to see? Now, if he's your dude and y'all dating, yeah, you can compromise, but you shouldn't change your whole style of who you are. If he wants you to wear heels to the Astros game, what, be effing for real and get out of my face? Like, no, we're not doing it. You're going to get these Vans or these Nike Blazers, and we're going to go hang out at the game. We have a good time. But if y'all going on a date and you got on sandals or slides and he's like, baby, like, can you wear some heels? And that's cool. If that's your guy, y'all locked in, y'all like this, y'all on the same page, y'all moving towards something serious, or you already something serious. Cool. I'm with compromise. But what I'm not with is women changing their whole identity for somebody that don't even really want them for real. Then they lose themselves. Then when this man leaves you, you have lost yourself. You don't know who you are. Now you on TikTok crying, talking about don't nobody love you and you about to commit suicide. I seen 5 people, y'all. I can't even lie. On TikTok last night crying, talking about they about to commit suicide. And at this, I don't feel bad for people who are suicidal. Oh, let me tread lightly on that. So with being suicidal and getting help, I'm all for it. Being suicidal and actually doing it, I'm sorry, I can't rock with it. I feel like it's really, really selfish. Because what about the people that you're leaving behind? This girl that I saw on TikTok, I guess she was successful in carrying out her suicide plans. And she left a post and she was like, I don't know what it was on, maybe Facebook or something. Somebody just took a screenshot of it and was saying that, oh, if I'm successful, y'all make sure my kids okay, take care of my kids. Do you know how selfish that is? So not only have you left somebody else to take care of your kids, you have left your 2 kids without a mother. And now they have to grow up without a mother. I'm sorry, it's selfish, and I don't, because I don't want to come off like an asshole and just be oblivious to the things that's going on with mental health, all right? Because I too myself have struggled with depression in the past and anxiety and stuff like that. But I'm a firm believer in once you stop speaking things unto your life and speaking things unto yourself, they will change. You don't have to always stay in whatever it is that you're dealing with. Trust me, I've had thoughts of suicide, and I'm like, you know what? How? I kid you not. I'm like, what my mama gonna say? If she come and find me laying on the floor, like, how would that make my family feel? Death is inevitable, right? But I would be more understanding of someone passing away if it was natural causes, accident, something they cannot control, right? But you waking up and deciding, this guy, he called his friends on Facebook Live, and committed suicide on Facebook Live. That is the most selfish. Because why would you do that to somebody? It's bad enough that you're taking your life, right? But now these people have to live with this memory of your death in their head. To me, I feel like people do that type of stuff for attention, even in death. Like, because for why? Why would you do that to someone? But I digress. I'm trying to keep it cute, y'all, and stay on topic. But I had to make that point. So, losing yourself and becoming something that you're really not comfortable with. It's okay to compromise. It's okay to make changes if you're comfortable with those changes. I will meet a guy. There's one guy. He hated that when I was getting my nails done, he hated that I kept my nails red. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna take you to the nail shop. I'm like, all right. He's like, I'll pay for your nails. I'm like, okay. But I gotta pick the color. Okay. He picked like a cute little pink color. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but I feel like that's respectful. A way to voice your opinion or just ask for something different without being offensive and like, why you gotta get your nails done like that, or why you can't get them done like this, and them nails ghetto, and this and I waste coffee all over myself, girl. Oh, child, it has been a struggle this morning. But it's not what you say is how you say. It's not what you do is how you do it, right? And so I couldn't do anything but respect them. I'm just like, I'm getting my nails done for free. They look cute, and he got a pedicure with me, so it was all cool. But I don't feel like being in a relationship is the end all be all. There's things outside of being in relationships. And I say this all the time. I'm not knocking healthy relationships where two people are actually committed and they're not doing things for social media and to make people jealous and to make people feel some type of way. Cool. I'm all for it. But we always push this narrative that if you're not married by a certain age, you better start naming the cats, start naming the dogs. You're going to die singing alone. And what's wrong with that? Because we were born alone, and ultimately when we die, we are going to be buried, cremated. We're going to leave this world alone. You may have someone at your side, but you can't take them with you. So I'm confused. Don't threaten me with a good time. Because I've been single for so long, I don't even know if I can coexist. Because my first year relationship through my 20s, I don't know why I did that, y'all. I wasted my good years. 6 years I was with this man. Next one, horrible relationship. That was like a year or so. I'm like, came back to Texas, really didn't date. Then came back to Houston because I was in Dallas when I first got back to Texas. And I got married. So I said all this to say, I've had long-term relationships where I live with men, been married. It ain't all it's cracked up to be. And not to say because they're good guys. It's just, we just grew apart. And if you don't grow together, you're going to grow apart. There are going to be resentments. It's going to be a whole lot of other problems that comes with, right? So, but back to my point. I do not miss living with a man. I don't miss it at all, man. My sister and I were just talking about this other day. Like, if I was to ever get married again, I don't even know if I want to live with somebody. Like, can you have your own, at least have your own side of the house? Or enough space where we can have our own space within the house? Or you just live somewhere else? And when I heard people say that, I'm like, why would you want to waste money? That's the whole point of being in a relationship, is to share expenses, share resources, right? But now I completely get it. And it's people that I know of who successfully live separately, but they're married. Do whatever works for you. Don't let people try to constrain you or restrict you on how your relationship is supposed to be. Do what makes you happy. Right? I don't miss it. I don't miss cleaning up behind a man. I don't miss cooking for a man. I don't miss being pestered for sex when I don't feel like. That's the one right there. The one, the two, and the three. I don't miss giving pity sex because I'm tired of my husband begging me for sex. I'm not turned on. You're not doing anything for me to be turned on by. I do everything. Your job and mine. What's attractive about that? And I need women to start thinking with their heads and stop getting digmatized by these men out here. Sex got y'all in a chokehold. Like the number of things that I see on Beyonce's internet about the sneaky links and all the just foolishness that people are doing over sex. That lasts 10-15 minutes. Now you in a whole other situation that you more than likely don't want to be in. That's another conversation. That's another conversation for another episode, because ladies, I need y'all to do better when it comes to this whole sex thing, because what y'all keep failing to realize is that men and women view sex differently. You can let this man slut you out, spit all in your mouth and all that. Y'all know how I feel about that nasty stuff. And you thinking like, oh yeah, I got him. He ain't going nowhere. Meanwhile, he is already here to the next one. He ain't even took a shower. Going to lay with somebody else. Because men are nasty like that. Not all men. Because I know y'all like to come for me in the comments. But men are nasty. Men have sex with dead corpse. That's why they avoid having men work at the mortuary. Google it. I ain't lying. Y'all know men nasty. They will have sex with anything. So just because he's laying down with you and he's not using protection and you let him shoot the club up and all this type of goofy shit that y'all like to do, thinking y'all gonna lock a nigga in, please stop. Just stop. It's definitely giving pick-me behavior. Y'all doing all this stuff to appeal to men, and these men don't even shower every day. Like, for real. Not saying all, but a lot of them don't even shower every day. Don't even know how. These men don't even know how to change tires, y'all. These men don't even know how to check air pressure in the tires. These men don't even know how to check the engine oil to know if you're going to need an oil change soon. The little washer fluid thingamajig, they don't even know how to turn that on. Meanwhile, y'all is out here giving niggas rim jobs and blow jobs and slob jobs. And they literally are doing nothing for you but giving you some Peter Whacker. That ain't even good. It's just good because in this moment, you are attracted to this person. Let me give you an example. Just think about an instance where you was dealing with this dude, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was doing y'all thing, right? And the sex just was like, it was amazing. It was everything, right? As soon as this dude started really effing up and you got tired, like sick and tired, not just tired, sick and tired, stop dealing with him, right? You go back You run into them. Maybe you run into them, y'all out the club or whatever, you feeling your shots, feeling your tequila. You end up sleeping with them again. And you hate yourself for it. Because you're like, what? Yeah, because you're emotionally attached to somebody over sex that ain't even good for real. Oh, yeah, I need us to do better. Please just do better for me. Like, just try it. Just try for like 6 months. Just try to do better for 6 months, y'all. I'm all for having a good time, all for living your life. But one thing that I have noticed now that I'm celibate and I have not been sleeping with anybody, that's what celibacy means, right? The more that I go without sex, the more I realize how important it is not to rush into it, not to let that lead the relationship. Or just because you have a lot of women, like, you slip up, you have sex with somebody, and you really now your relationship with somebody that you really don't even like for real, but you don't want to feel like a whore because you had sex with them already. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you find yourself being, your pride is hurt because your feelings aren't hurt because you don't, this man has done nothing for you to be emotionally attached to him. But because you're having sex already, you are now emotionally attached to the sex, right? And then when he ghosts you or don't call you, your pride is hurt. So, yeah, that's a whole other topic. Maybe I can get a guest. I don't know, because my battery's about to die and I don't know why, because I've charged it for like 5 days. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I gotta work out before I log on for work today. So thank y'all for joining me. Comment, like, share. Let me know if y'all want to see any other topics. If y'all want me going live. I don't think y'all want me going live because y'all might not like me live. But thank y'all for joining me. Like I always say, be safe, protect your peace. And until next time, I'm out. I gotta get off of here before my battery dies. Peace out, y'all. Love you.